Hi YouTube, it's me, Gwen. I'm back. This is going to be a little bit different than my weight loss because I'm going to do some makeup and talk about some girl issues, dynamics between women and relationships while I'm doing my makeup. But I do want to present you, I'm going to show you what I like to use as far as drugstore goes, because I like to save money. I live on a budget. I've got 2 kids. My husband and I both work. We don't have tons of money, and I don't have tons of money to go spend on makeup when I could be spending it on other things. But I will say not having to buy diapers anymore has freed up a little bit of cash for me to indulge in my makeup. Anyway, so these are the things I use. I've already done my foundation, and I like to use the Revlon Color Stay Whipped. Actually, anything Revlon foundation is amazing, I think. I like the Revlon Color Stay is great because they have formulas for dry skin and oily skin, or dry to medium or dry to regular anyway, and then oily. I have dry skin. My sister has oily skin, and I did her makeup one day and I used my stuff and it does not stay on her face at all. So I would recommend being sure and getting a foundation that works with your skin type. And then, which Color Stay does, and it's amazing, and it's comparable to some of the higher end stuff. And so, let's just stay with me, and then we'll talk about, like I said, some things while I'm doing my makeup, and I don't know how to transition yet because it's still very brand new to me. So let's get started. Okay. So like I said, I got all of my foundation on, and I'm going to use, I am going to use Wet n Wild eyeshadow, because Wet n Wild is one of the least expensive eyeshadows at the drugstore, and I think one of the highest quality eyeshadows at the drugstore. But this one is called Comfort Zone, and I was trying to figure out what colors I was going to do for this video. Maybe I should have practiced. Maybe I should have had it more planned out, but I didn't. So we're going to go with this. This is pretty much how I do my makeup in the morning. I just look at my stuff and say, okay, what do I want to do today? So, like I said, I think I'm going to use these colors on this side right here. And then I'm going to use, I'm not going to use an eyeliner. I'm going to use one of the eyeshadows for eyeliner. So anyway, first off, let's put this eyeshadow on. I should have all this planned out, shouldn't I? I've recorded this video a couple of times and it's too long. Maybe I talk too much and don't do my makeup fast enough. But anyway, we're going to try it again today. I'm going to use this eyeshadow here. It says Brow Bone, but I'm going to use it kind of here all over my eye because I really love that color. That's so pretty. I didn't use a primer. Wet n Wild has a primer, and I've heard that it's pretty good as far as primer goes. What eyelid primer does, it helps keep your eyeshadow in place pretty much your whole day, for your whole event or whatever, because sometimes if you're like me, you'll get creasing right there. See where that fold is? You'll get creasing, and that pretty much helps that from happening, and it keeps your eyeshadow in place. It helps the blendability of the eyeshadow and things like that. But I didn't use it this time. I normally use a high-end one because I've gotten them free in packages. Like I bought a palette from Too Faced, and it had the Too Faced shadow insurance. My mom got a free gift from Sephora, and that was the Urban Decay primer potion. And so I used them because I didn't have to spend any money on them. I got them for free. And to me, free is absolutely amazing. Oh, I love free. Okay. Brushes that fit your eye. It's really important because for a long time I watched videos and I couldn't figure out why. I can't get my eyeshadow to look like their eyeshadow, and it was because my tools were too big. I have smaller eyes. Of course, I like to make them look bigger, but I've got smaller eyes. let's do this. I've never really put these colors together. If it's smaller like this, then I can really control where that color goes. Really, really control it. I don't want too much of a shimmery eye today. So, one thing I wanted to talk about today, and I think this might be the format of my videos, not necessarily tutorials, more like a get ready with me, and I'm going to share the products that I'm using. They'll probably be mainly all drugstore, and then whatever high-end items, I'm going to tell you how I got those for less money. But I started reading my Bible. I have decided that I'm going to read it. One thing that's really standing out to me this time, but this time reading it and going through the life things that I'm going through right now, the women have just really, really stood out. And I'm pretty amazed. I'm like, I know I've read the story 100 times. Why hasn't this ever stood out to me before? And that's what's really unique about the Bible, is that you can read it and read it and read it and get something different out of it every time you read it. So now that I've got that, I want it to be just a little bit darker right in here, just because I think it would look nice. I don't know, I'm experimenting. We'll see. So I'm going to get a crease brush. This is e.l.f. By the way, e.l.f. brushes are really nice. I mean, you know, they're $1. They're nice for what you pay. The studio line, though, they're like $3, I think. But you can buy those at Target. I've got a whole set. I got them 50% off when e.l.f. was having, on their website, when they were having a 50% off discount. So I got like a whole set. Yes. Shimmery colors makes things stand out. Matte colors makes things go in. So if you've got a dark matte color, then you're going to have more depth and you're not highlighting an area. So if you have a hood like me, see I got this hood right here, I try not to put shimmery colors on it. It happens sometimes, but I'm still learning. Anyway, so here's a matte color. See, matte brown, also Wet n Wild. That's what's great about these, you can mix and match. Sarah and Hagar's relationship. And if you don't know, Sarah was the wife of Abraham, and Hagar was her maidservant that Sarah wasn't having any children. God had promised them that they'd have children. They didn't have any children yet. Sarah was getting impatient and said, here, sleep with my maidservant and have a baby with her, and we'll raise that baby as ours. Well, not necessarily God's plan, because she was getting impatient, that's what she did. But that's not what I want to focus on. What I want to focus on is the relationship between Sarah and Hagar, and how the dynamics between women and our relationships with each other just really kind of stand out. So Hagar gets pregnant. Sarah treats her horribly because Sarah's jealous, even though it was Sarah's idea. Sarah's jealous. Hagar runs away because she doesn't want to deal with the abuse of Sarah. And God meets Hagar, has a visitation with her at the river, and pretty much tells her that, she has a God encounter, which is amazing, because God cared about her so much that he met her where she was at and said, listen, I'm going to bless the lineage of Ishmael, or your son, named him Ishmael. I'm going to bless them. Go back and endure the abuse of Sarah, and I'll bless you. And which was pretty cool, I thought, because I was thinking about this in my own relationships and jealousies, I guess. I mean, sure, I don't get jealous. Do you get jealous? I think we all get jealous, and we all compare our stories to each other. You know, my life, or, oh, I wish I was successful in this. So-and-so's over there successful. They're not even trying, and I'm trying really hard, and I can't be successful. Or, for me, the wake-up call was, I'm trying to lose weight. I'm having a really hard time at it. I'm following all the rules, and the weight's just hardly coming off. And then there's people around me that are like, oh, I just gave up this, and I haven't even been trying, and I've lost 20 pounds. And you know, that jealousy just kind of roars up. You know, or you're trying to have a baby and you can't get pregnant, and somebody walks in and they got pregnant on accident on their first try, and there's something about it that just, you think, God, why are you passing me by? Why is this so hard for me and it's not so hard for other people? I did that when I was single and I wanted to get married. I was 31 when I finally got married, and I'm thinking, all of these people around me, my brother and my sister were getting married and having kids, other people were getting married and having kids, and I was comparing my life with them and saying, God, why aren't you doing the same? And I think that in this whole relationship between Hagar and Sarah, I see that same dynamic, either on Hagar's side thinking, my son should be the one that you've promised, or Sarah saying, why being jealous of Hagar having a son and her not having one yet. Either way, it's the same thing. It's the same dynamics that we have towards each other. I think it's really important to know your promise. You know, Hagar, the Lord came and told her what her promise was. And she was able to go back and endure Sarah's abuse. Once Hagar knew what her promise was, then she could go back and endure the abuse of Sarah. So my question is, do you know what your promise is? Do you know what your life story is supposed to say? Do you know that it is different than everyone else's story? My promise is not the same as your promise. I have a friend that just wrote a book, a novel, and just finished it, which is totally amazing. I think that's the most amazing thing in the whole wide world. Her journey is different than mine. So that's what I'm saying, is that we can't compare ourselves to each other. If you're in that stage right now where you're down and you're trying to figure things out for yourself, and you don't understand why things are happening for other people and not yourself, then let me encourage you to take that time and ask God, what is my promise? What do you have for me? And give me the strength and the wisdom to pursue that. And I bet you the minute you figure that out, the minute that you figure out who you are and what you're supposed to be and what your place in this world is and your influence on other people, then it will be easier to deal with those moments when things happen to other people and not you. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying that those feelings won't ever come up again, because they will, but you'll know how to deal with them, because you'll be like, you know what? It doesn't matter. I'm happy for that person because my life is different. Whatever's happening to me right now is contributing to who I'm supposed to be next year, or who I'm supposed to be a year or two from now. So this is me. I'm pursuing this. This is something that I have a passion for, is makeup. I have a passion for women and women issues, and them having self-esteem and confidence in who they are, and making women feel beautiful, because I think all women are beautiful. And I think the core of that beauty and that confidence is knowing who you are. What is my promise? Who am I in God? And but then I think you'll just totally succeed. I know that I didn't want to get into biblical, political issues or anything with the story. All I wanted to do was look at the dynamics between the two women and how that is so true. Because if you continue to look through the Bible and read different other stories, there's that same. Oh, the mascara that I'm using is Voluminous by L'Oreal. This has been a go-to mascara for me for many, many, many years. I only buy makeup when it's on sale. I only buy it if it's half price, or if it's buy one get one half price, or if I have a coupon. I never pay full price. Even at the drugstore, I don't pay full price. I think all my Wet n Wild, I got it when it's buy one get one half off. I'm going to do a giveaway. My next video, I'm going to take $25. I'm going to go to the drugstore. I'm going to buy the basics. I'm going to get it all for $25 and show you what I got for $25, and then I'm going to give it away. It'll be fun. Now, one thing that I've started doing, if you want to brighten up your eye, I mean, just because I have small eyes, so I want it to be like, oh, hello, here are my eyes. Sometimes they feel kind of closed in, but this is something new that I was trying. This is Rimmel. It's called Scandalize, and the color is nude, I think. See, I didn't like white on my eye, on this part right here, but this is just enough to really open up your eye. Oh, I want you to see the difference. I do think, though, if you have something that you love and something that you are really passionate about, is to go for it. Don't sit around waiting for something to happen for you. Because my friend Esther, she wouldn't have, nobody else would have wrote that book for her. She wrote it. She did. She jumped in there and she did. I think I had some eyeshadow on there. She jumped in and did it. And if you're struggling, and it's hard, and sometimes you want to quit, like I want to quit my diet sometimes. Sometimes I just want to have a cheesecake. But if you keep struggling, dealing with the, eventually, in time, you're going to get to your goal. You're going to get to what you want. And you're going to be happy. You're going to be so excited because it was something you worked hard for. It wasn't something that somebody just handed you on a platter. I'm going to use this. I'm going to use some more Wet n Wild. This is blush. This is called Mellow Wine. And I think that, oh, my nose is, I'm sorry guys. I'm totally stopped up on this side and this nose keeps draining, and I'm so sorry if you guys see that. It's annoying. Or if you think it's gross. That's why I'm doing this. I know there are people out there that do makeup better than me, probably. Or maybe people who know it more than I do. But that doesn't mean that I should stop and not do it. I love this. This is what I want to do. This is how I feel like I can get my voice out there. And I want to encourage people. And, you know, I know where I was at. And how, just how amazing life can be when you're pursuing your dreams. I don't care if anybody watches me. I hope somebody does. Or, you know, go through all this trouble and put on there nobody watches. But you know what? I don't care if I get 25,000 subscribers. I just want to touch that one person that happens to watch my video and goes, you know what? That's exactly how I feel. Other women feel the same way. Give yourself a big hug and then start looking and seeing what is my life story supposed to be? What is my promise? Yeah, I think God will really touch you. I'm going to do my eyebrows because my eyebrows, I always have to do my eyebrows. I use eyeshadow to do my eyebrows. I don't really just fill them in real thick. But for me, I draw a line. and then I fill them in. But anyway, that's just what I feel like God has been speaking to me lately, and just getting a grasp and being confident in what His plans are for me, even if it has to do with me never being thin, me just being who I am. I wasn't thin in high school either. That was rough. But I want to be healthy. I want to be able to run around with my kids. I want to be a couch potato. Anyway, guess let's put some lipstick on. Lipstick. I know I took it out. It's over here somewhere. Oh my goodness, you guys, my leg is totally falling asleep. I can't feel it. Oh, there it is. I'm going to use this. Okay, this is called Fig Jam from Revlon Lip Butter. And let me tell you, I love these. I hated lipstick. Hated it. And this was one of the first products that I tried that I really like because it doesn't feel heavy on the skin, and it's kind of sheer to a degree. And I really like all their shades. I've got a lot of their shades. So there we go. I hope you guys like it. I hope that you enjoyed the video. Oh, here, let me take my hair down. I think that maybe every video might be wrapped up in some kind of little God thing. That is one thing that you have to understand with me in my videos, in my makeup videos, is that I will be mentioning God. I will be mentioning Jesus. I am a Christian. I do follow the Bible, and I just hope I hope you join me. I hope you really enjoy it and listen. And if you have any questions, just comment down below and let me tell you. I will answer. I'm checking all the time for comments. If you want to see future videos and you want to be notified that there's a new one, go ahead and subscribe. So thank you for watching again. I really appreciate it. Love you guys. And I just really look and ask the Lord, what is it that you want me to do? What is and then just pursue it with everything that you've got. And don't be afraid. I say that because this whole process is kind of scary, but don't be afraid. Just jump in there and do it.